Hi, I'm Jennifer Garapi, the pet therapist. I tell you what your pets would say if they could talk. Today I have a very sad and serious topic. Your pet wants you to know about airline travel safety. There's been so much of this in the news lately, but this is truly a horrific story, and it is unconscionable. A woman and her children were flying on a United Airlines flight from Houston to New York, and a flight attendant made them put their dog in an overhead bin. And in that 3.5-hour flight, that dog died. You are never allowed to put an animal in an overhead bin. What went through this flight attendant's head, I don't know. But can you imagine that you're on this flight with your beloved pet, you have your children with you, and your dog is put into the overhead bin and dies? What your pet wants you to know is that it gets worse from here. If you travel with your pet, your dog wants you to know that you should avoid United Airlines if you are looking at statistics. In 2017, there were 24 incidents reported by the various carriers. And of those 24 incidents, guess how many were reported by United? 18. 18. 3/4 of the incidents were reported by one airline. And of those incidents, those 18 involved injuries or deaths of animals that had traveled in cargo. I can tell you that regardless of what airline I would fly, I would never put my pet in cargo. There are too many risks. And of those 18 incidents, United reported that several animals injured themselves by clawing at the interiors of their shipping containers. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that those animals were panicking. This is like separation anxiety. It's a panic attack. Can you imagine the suffering of those animals? And also, medical exams determined that several others died during the journey due to natural causes. I am sorry, but with the statistics like this, it may be natural causes, but I can guarantee you if that pet had been home with their beloved people, that death would not have occurred that day. Sure, a heart attack might be a natural cause, right? But it is preceded by stress and poor taking care of yourself and who knows what other factors depending on the person. And so I guarantee you those animals would not have died on that trip in cargo if they had not been on that trip, right? Or if they had at least been with their people up in their seats. So please take heed, think twice about traveling with your pet on an airline, and especially if you're even remotely thinking about keeping your pet in cargo, because I strongly would suggest that you never, ever do that, ever. So thank you for listening. I ask that you share this with as many people as possible so that they can be aware of this story, because I just want the world to know what dangers there are in traveling with your pets, and your dog and your cat want you to know that as well. Thank you and have a good night.